Hi guys, it's me Irene, and today I will share some tips for you if you are thinking of or already started in your reinvention journey. So let's get right into it. Before you start changing your life around, let's first have a pause and slow down and take a moment. Now, you can have all the reasons why you want to change your life right now. And this is the moment to check whether you have considered all your options and making sure that change is not for the sake of change itself or for following a trend, but it's really in alignment with yourself, that you are still authentically you. If you're going to put your energy to create change, why not make it count towards your dreams? Make that as a stepping stone towards where you want to be in life. So, this is my first tip. Tip number one, ask yourself why. And ask again why to your answer just now. And keep going and go deeper and get closer to the core of you. What is the deepest motivation that you can find? Is it purely yours? Or is it contaminated by external influence? Is it based on your past? Asking why deeper and deeper unravels our underlying beliefs. We all have our sets of beliefs that are shaped by our past experiences. And it's time to do reality check. Are these beliefs still valid? I give you a couple of examples. Say I want to get a high level, high salary job. So I can ask myself, why? Why do I want that job? So I can get a better salary. So what? So I can buy an expensive car. And why would I want that? I want to get respect and be accepted by people. That warrants a reality check, don't you think? Sometimes it's also useful to ask, why not? So, another example. I want to find a life partner to spend the rest of my life with. And I ask myself, why? Well, all my friends are already married, and at my age, I can't be single, right? Now it is the time to ask, why not? Single women my age can also have a fulfilling and happy life. Now, if it's a life of passion. Now, your starting point might take you to a different path, and comment down below if you want to share your thought process. Tip number two, define your own success. How do you know when you are successful? Now imagine going on a bike to your dream place. You check the route and so on, and now you're on the way. Now you know what are the milestones, what are the indications that you are on the right path. So what helps is to make success concrete. So that means you know the what, the when, the how of your success. And do your research, make your own criteria, and check what's realistically achievable. And it's okay to give yourself a reasonable deadline and have a plan B to fall back to. Now, I've heard and seen this quote quite often that failure is not an option. Now, you don't have to believe that. I mean, really, have a realistic expectation. And actually, I'm encouraging you to prepare that there will be setbacks and failures. And it's part of the whole process. So embrace failure. It's tip number 5 later in this video. If it is a result-oriented goal, like the example getting a job, it can be quite obvious. So yeah, when do you aim to get that new job? How many applications do you need to send each week? How many interviews do you go to? Keep tab on them so you acknowledge as well the effort that you put in and you get an idea what to improve. Say, is it the interview skills? Is it the writing of the motivation letter? Or is there any course or certification that increase your chance for getting the job? Let's say you have a more intangible goal, like I just want to be happy. Well, you can make it concrete as well. How do you know when you're happy? You can also ask people around you who know you quite well. So, for example, the definition can be, okay, I know that every day I smile from the heart at least once, or I sleep better at night because I have less worries, or I'm able to have a calm conversation with my spouse and not get into fight. Tip number 3, self-care. Okay, include rest and recharge moments. Appreciate your effort and celebrate what you've achieved, and retrospect and reflect on your process, and also practice gratitude to others who support you directly or indirectly, and open each day with a well-being ritual that empowers you throughout the day. Now, it is a long game, like a marathon. You need to pace yourself. So you need to know where you are at any point in your journey, and also the intensity that you can handle. There will be times when you need to be your own cheerleader, and you need to learn how to raise your positive vibe. Tip number 4, start small, make it a habit. Have you heard of procrastination? Research connects this avoidance behavior with the pain receptor in our brain. And we can indeed inflict that mental pain in ourselves. And it could be in the form of extreme perfectionism, insecurity, harsh criticism, and judgment. So you might hear yourself saying or thinking, I'm so afraid of failure, I'd rather not start at all. I'm not good enough, I cannot do this. I'm overwhelmed, I don't know where to start. And for your information, I've been all those. How about you? What do you need to overcome right now? And the trick to overcome it? Well, just take one action, any action, just to get in the flow again and move forward, even if it's just a millimeter closer to your goal. So it's about hacking our brain to outsmart procrastination. Um, and yeah, we'll get used to beat the fear of failure and also the overwhelm. And the secret is to make your action playful, make it fun. And really, the key is just to start, no matter how small. And this is a great habit to practice. Tip number 5, expect setbacks and embrace failures. Accept that they will happen and not denying that it is a possibility. I invite you to be honest with yourself. In tip number 2, you have defined your success. Are you moving closer, albeit slowly, to your destination? Or are you moving further and further away from it? If you feel it's the latter, what needs to change in your approach? If you fall from your bike, do you just stay where you are and never get up again? No, you'd pick up your bike and continue, right? So, same here. When setbacks and failures happen, it's just part of the plot. It's temporary and it does not define who you are. And this process is necessary so that you grow your mindset too. The growth mindset. Your smarts, your intellect is something you develop through study and learning and doing. So even before you are good at whatever it is you're doing in your life, when you have mastered the growth mindset, you are more likely to succeed. So look it up. There's a lot of research about the growth mindset, notably by Dr. Carol Dweck. And let me know what you think. Tip number 6, community. Do you have your support system? Do the people in your life understand why you're doing this? I trust that you have what it takes. If you're on your own in this journey, though, it can feel quite lonely. I know because I've been there. So when I started my business, I had so much stress. And since I was new, I didn't know any other people who are also business owners. And I was mainly working from home, spent most days alone, and my mental health was suffering. And this started to change when I got to know the communities. And I'm so grateful that in Rotterdam we have an active international women group, and a lot of them are also business owners and freelancers. This was a lifeline back then. Now, there are many communities out there, and they can all seem so exciting. And what's important is to check what's relevant for you right now. What do you want to get out of a community? Is it for social networking, for business mastermind, or accountability buddy, or co-working, or hobby groups? And find your tribe. You can be selective based on what you need. And being part of a community is also about, it's not only about receiving and taking, it's also about giving. So help organize something, offer your skills, and this kind of sharing is usually the one that motivates you to keep going on your path. So what are you looking for in a community? Or what have you found in your community? That's all for now. All these tips, I hope they are useful to you. And in a sense, it's about creating your own balance, finding your own middle way, so that there is action and rest, there is focus time, but also creative time, which is more open to see connection of everything. There is work, and there's also play and fun. And where the balance is will be different for everyone, and you will have your own too. In my next video, I will dive deeper into dealing with feeling stuck, so stay tuned. Bye bye.